The secret kitchen waste and biochar formula that outsmarts every fertilizer: explosive plant growth, fast. If your plants seem dull lately, maybe slow growth, pale leaves or soil that just feels lifeless, this might really surprise you. You don't need fancy fertilizers or expensive soil boosters. The real secret to reviving your garden could be hiding right in your kitchen sink, with nothing more than a bit of rice wash, a pinch of ammonium sulfate, and a handful of biochar. You can unlock a soil transformation so powerful that even commercial fertilizers can't compete. This free, science-backed trick is changing the way gardeners feed their soil, and it's about to change yours too. Healthy soil is more than just dirt. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. And, honestly, one of the most overlooked ways to supercharge that ecosystem is through biochar, often called black gold for gardeners. Biochar is created by burning organic materials such as wood chips, coconut shells, or husks in a low-oxygen environment. The result is a lightweight, carbon-rich material full of microscopic pores that act like tiny nutrient vaults. But here's where many gardeners go wrong. Raw biochar, straight from the bag or the kiln, is actually too empty. Think of it as a sponge with nothing inside. It will soak up nutrients from the soil before your plants ever get them. That's why some people mix biochar into their gardens and see no improvement, or even worse, slower growth. The secret? You must charge biochar before adding it to your soil. When infused with nutrients and beneficial microbes, it becomes a living powerhouse that not only feeds your plants but also improves soil structure, water retention, and long-term fertility. And that's where our two magical kitchen ingredients come in. Let's start with ammonium sulfate, a humble nitrogen-rich compound that plants absolutely love. Nitrogen is the fuel for green growth, powering leaf and stem development. However, when applied directly to the soil, much of it can wash away with rain or watering, wasting nutrients and money. This is where biochar's structure shines. Its porous texture traps nitrogen molecules from ammonium sulfate, holding them near plant roots and slowly releasing them over time. Instead of leaching away, nitrogen stays exactly where it's needed most. Then comes rice wash, the cloudy water you get after rinsing raw rice. Most people pour it down the drain, unaware that it's brimming with starches, trace minerals like phosphorus and potassium, and beneficial microorganisms. These natural nutrients feed soil microbes, encourage root health, and support a balanced underground ecosystem. When rice wash and ammonium sulfate combine inside biochar, they create a synergistic blend, nutrient-rich, microbe-friendly, and perfectly balanced. It's like transforming empty charcoal into a slow-release organic fertilizer factory. Crafting your supercharged biochar formula. Here's how to make this garden-changing mix at home. Follow the proportions carefully to get the best results. Start with 1 kilogram, or 2.2 pounds, of clean, dry biochar. You can make your own by slowly burning wood chips or husks in low oxygen, or simply buy ready-made biochar from a garden store. So, although ammonium sulfate is generally safe, you should always wear gloves and, avoid breathing in the dust. It's best to mix outdoors or in a well-ventilated area, and yeah, don't forget to wash your hands afterward. Simple precautions really do go a long way in keeping gardening safe and enjoyable. Once your biochar is charged, it's time to, bring it to life in the soil. For garden beds, just mix it into the top 6 inches of soil before planting, and for existing plants, go ahead and sprinkle it around the base and gently rake it in. For vegetable gardens, use roughly 1 part charged biochar to 4 parts soil, and in potted plants, blend it at about 10 to 15% of your potting mix. What happens next is pure garden magic. Within just a few weeks, you'll start to notice richer color, sturdier stems, and honestly, much faster growth. Plants that once struggled suddenly flourish. The soil starts to retain moisture better, which means you don't have to water as often. And, as the biochar keeps releasing nutrients slowly over time, your plants get steady, consistent feeding that lasts for months. Gardeners around the world who've tried this formula report astonishing results: thicker roots, greener leaves, and harvests that outshine any fertilizer-fed plants. In side-by-side comparisons, crops grown with supercharged biochar produced up to 30% higher yields and developed stronger resistance to drought and disease. And here's the best part. It's not just good for your plants, it's good for the planet. By recycling kitchen waste and reducing chemical fertilizer use, you're helping restore the natural balance of your soil and locking carbon back into the earth where it belongs. So, why does this method outperform traditional fertilizers? Well, chemical fertilizers might give your plants a quick nutrient boost, but honestly, they often degrade soil health over time. They disrupt the soil's microbial life, cause nutrient runoff, and can even lead to long-term depletion. In contrast, this biochar method really works with nature. The rice wash nourishes the microbes that keep soil alive. The ammonium sulfate provides clean, accessible nitrogen. And the biochar stores it all, making sure no nutrient goes to waste. Together, they form a self-sustaining system, organic, efficient, and long-lasting. It's honestly the perfect blend of ancient wisdom and modern science, offering every gardener a way to achieve rich, fertile soil without chemicals or cost. Every handful of this mix is really a step toward sustainability. You're recycling what would normally be waste and turning it into something that actually enhances the earth. Each time you add charged biochar, you're building long-term soil fertility, improving structure, and helping your garden resist drought and disease naturally. That's the beauty of this free trick. It's simple, eco-friendly, and honestly, endlessly effective. No fancy tools, no expensive fertilizers, just smart, sustainable gardening that keeps giving back year after year. Before you buy another bag of fertilizer, give this free kitchen waste and biochar method a try. It's proof that the best solutions are often the simplest ones, those that work hand in hand with nature. Mix your biochar with ammonium sulfate and rice wash and just watch as your soil transforms into a living powerhouse of growth. You'll see stronger plants, greener leaves, and harvests that make every gardening effort worthwhile. If this guide helped you, make sure to subscribe to Crop Corner for more science-backed gardening secrets. Share this with fellow gardeners and drop your results in the comments below. Together, we can turn everyday waste into extraordinary gardens, one handful of biochar at a time.